At least 6 more people in Bangladesh have been killed in clashes with armed forces as violent student protests against civil service hiring rules enter a third day. The death toll has risen to 12, with some reports suggesting a higher figure than that. Dozens of others have been injured as well. Riot police fired tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse scores of protesters near Dhaka University. Students are demanding equal access to public sector jobs. They say the quota system, which favours allies of the ruling Awami League party, should be replaced with a system based on merit instead. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has urged protesters to await the outcome of a court ruling on this matter. Clashes also reported between police and supporters of the main opposition Bangladesh Nationalist Party. Paramilitary forces have been deployed outside some campuses to ensure law and order. Students had earlier rejected government pleas for talks. Now they vowed to press on for their demands and pledged justice for those who have been killed. And for more, Neha Poonia joins us live from New Delhi. Neha, we've seen an uptick of violence over the past few days. What is the government in Bangladesh doing to quell the demonstrations?
There have been some incredible scenes playing out in Bangladesh over the last 12 hours or so, and there's been a big uptick in the scale of the protest, but also in the government's response to it. We saw how students were calling for a nationwide shutdown across Bangladesh, and urging most students to join that movement. And we saw how daily life was disrupted in many parts of the country, particularly in the city of Dhaka, where paramilitary troops were seen patrolling the streets, and a crucial rail link that links Dhaka to the rest of the country was also blocked by protesting students. But we've also now heard that more protests today turned violent as police teams used tear gas shells, sound grenades, as well as rubber bullets to disperse crowds in many areas. 7 people, we're being told, were killed in clashes on Thursday, and anger on the ground is mounting. Students are still gathering in large numbers. We've heard reports of some police teams who are stranded in a university campus being airlifted. As all of this is happening, the law minister of the country has reached out to protesting students, saying his government is willing to hold talks with the protesters and that they must stay calm. And this comes after Sheikh Hasina addressed the nation late on Wednesday night, where she expressed regret for the deaths that have occurred so far, condemned the violence, and said that students must have faith in the legislative and judicial process, and that the Supreme Court, which will now hear this case in August, will do what's right. But we've seen concerns mounting. The US, the UN, as well as the government of India have all expressed concern with the mounting violence and have issued advisories for their citizens. India doing that a short while ago on Thursday.
Neha, this mounting violence, does it suggest in any way any real threat to the government of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina?
This is the big challenge, the first big challenge that Sheikh Hasina is seeing since coming back to power for a record 4th term in elections that were held at the start of this year, but were boycotted by the opposition for not being free and fair. And, she's saying that this is a conspiracy to mislead students. Her party also claims this is a political protest, and it's being carried out by the opposition, the Bangladesh National Party. But, we've seen the opposition certainly side with the students, and They're calling for more accountability from the government, but it does speak of the sharp divisions we've seen in the Bangladeshi political sphere. The elections, like I said, were boycotted by the opposition. They've been accusing Sheikh Hasina of brutally cracking down on students this time as well. Many BNP leaders saying that this entire protest was mishandled by Sheikh Hasina's government, but it's certainly become a huge challenge for her given the high rate of unemployment among the youth of the country. And it speaks of the sort of pressure that she's under, experts say, which is why she chose to address the nation on Wednesday night.
Thanks, Neha Poonia, speaking to us live there from New Delhi.